Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome to a new episode from your beloved channel LinguaMeet. In this episode we will talk about 3 fundamental articles, question articles or question tools in spoken Egyptian. Okay, we'll talk about these 3 are very important, so stay focused and concentrate and have your pen and something to write and start with me these 3 very important question tools. Let's start. Here in this episode, I will talk about 3 very important question articles, as I told you. And these question articles in spoken Egyptian, some of them are similar to modern standard Arabic and some of them are a bit different from modern standard Arabic. And I will tell you exactly how this. For example, we will talk about hell, which is very similar, which actually the same as modern standard Arabic, which is a question article triggering yes or no. We'll talk also about mean, okay, and we will talk also about ازاي, okay, mean, ازاي, هل and mean and ازاي. 3 very important question articles, and we will talk about them one by one, so stay focused and let's start. Our first question article in spoken Egyptian is hell, okay? It's actually like modern standard Arabic. We also say hell, but we don't say it a lot, okay? So for example, if we are there is a question that triggers yes or no answer, and we want to say, for example, are you Hamid? Okay, so are you Hamid? So you say هل أنت حميد? هل أنت حميد? And sometimes, or most of the time, we actually remove hal as well. So you can say أنت حميد, أنت حميد. So from the context and from the way of the question, you can see that this is a question triggering yes or no. So just we add the pronoun أنت, okay, أنت or أنتي, أنت for male or أنتي for female, which is you, and then حميد, the noun, and you say أنت حميد, أنت حميد, or أنتي حميد, أنتي منى, okay, so أنت حميد, أنتي منى, and so on. Or you can say هل أنت حميد, هل أنتي منى. So you can either add hal or you can remove it. And actually this comes from modern standard Arabic. In modern standard Arabic, usually add either hal at the beginning of the sentence, as we discussed in a very similar episode but dedicated to modern standard Arabic, or use hamza, but we didn't discuss it yet. But here in modern standard in spoken Egyptian, we don't say hal hamza, but we say hal, and it's not very common. And either we say hal or you just remove it and just have the pronoun. So you say أنت حميد, أنت سميرة, أنت علي, أنت منى, and so on. The pronoun for male and then the name, or the pronoun for female and then the female name, and that's all. So this is how we learn how we use the question tool hal in spoken Egyptian dialect. Now let's move to our second question article, which is mean, okay, mean, who. And in the modern standard Arabic episode that is similar to this one, I said it's men, okay, men, which is who. But in Egyptian we say mean instead of men, mean, okay. This is just the alternative in the pronunciation, mean, okay, mean. Men, okay, men in modern standard Arabic, mean in Egyptian dialect. So for example, if I want to say who are you, I say أنت مين, أنت مين, or mean أنت. You can also switch it, أنت مين or mean أنت. Here أنت is the pronoun you for male, or أنتي is the pronoun you for female, أنت or أنتي. And you say mean أنت, who are you, or mean أنتي, who are you. This is one for male, who are mean أنت, and mean أنتي for female. You can also say أنت مين or أنتي mean. So this is very important. And instead of men in modern standard Arabic, we say mean in spoken Egyptian. I also remind you to register for free in my 100% free Egyptian Arabic 101 course. This is a course that I prepared to give you a background in Egyptian dialect, okay? So make sure to sign up in the course. You will find the sign up link in the first comment and also in the description box below. The third article here, or the third question tool here, is how, which is in spoken Egyptian ازاي. This is trigger something or remind you of something that we say in spoken Egyptian as a greeting? Yes, exactly. ازيك. Remember when we said ازيك, how are you? How are you doing? It's simply ازاي plus the k, which is the pronoun you. So ازيك or ازيك. So instead of yak, it becomes yik. So we made a little bit lower, ازيك. And ازيك here is for female. ازيك is for male, okay? So ازاي is just ازاي is how. And ازيك, how are you? ازيك, how are you for female. So this is a very important one here because it's totally different than the modern standard Arabic. If you have any basic idea of modern standard Arabic, you will know it is كيف in modern standard Arabic. كيف حالك, for example, okay? But here in spoken Egyptian, we don't say كيف, we say ازاي instead. Okay, so ازيك for male and ازيك for female.
Also, don't forget to support me by sending me special thanks.
So here we learned 3 fundamental question articles or tools in spoken Egyptian. We learned هل and know that this triggering yes or no. It can be also removed. هل أنت أحمد, هل أنت منى, أنت أحمد, أنت منى. We learned also man or mean, which is who, okay? And we learned mean in the spoken Egyptian. And we say mean أنت or أنت mean or أنت mean. We can also switch them. And also we learned ازاي from ازيك, that you know from the greeting. ازاي is how, and then the ka is the pronoun. So ازيك for male, ازيك for female. So thanks a lot for watching this episode. I hope that was super fun and easy for you. Don't forget to like the episode and subscribe to LinguaMeet. And don't forget also to sign 100% free to my spoken Egyptian dialect 101, Egyptian Arabic 101. And this course is an easy course, gives you the fundamental knowledge and idea about the spoken Egyptian. The sign up, as I told you, is in the first comment and also in the description box. And if you have any question, just drop me a comment below. Share this episode if you like, and if you want to share to give benefit to the community, and I will be very happy as well. It's a big support for me. Thanks a lot for watching this episode, and see you in a future episode.